Oh my gosh, hello. And thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate you filling out that application to get this information. And I really just want you to kind of nuzzle in and to watch this video first, obviously, because I think it'll help give you an idea of whether or not you want to continue on and look at all the rest that's below this video, which I'm really hoping and thinking that you will. So if I can just share with you in a nutshell what this business is, it really comes down to three things. And the first thing is you working on being your best self. Now, I don't know how many jobs out there really care about that, but this one does. And your success depends solely on you wanting to improve every aspect of your life, right? The way you look physically, the way that you feel inside, your overall health, your well-being, your mindset, your relationships, your finances, everything, working on taking this one life and making it the best that it can be. Because, right, we don't get that dress rehearsal. We don't get to do it again. So that's going to come from workouts, you working on yourself physically, your nutrition, obviously, which happens to be something very important to me, and also your personal development, helping you work on learning to be consistent and having that slight edge and the compound effect, and just seeing the world in a more positive way and doing whatever you can to not only improve your own life but the lives of other people. Now, number two is to share your journey. You're on social media anyway, right? Everybody is. Social media is life. And I bet you share things anyway. Maybe you go to a movie and you jump onto your Instagram or your Facebook and you're like, oh my gosh, you guys, you have to go see this movie. It was so good. Or you have a recipe that you tried and it worked for you and you want to share it with others. This is no different. While you're working on being the best version of yourself, you're also going to make a conscious effort to share that journey on your social media, to inspire and motivate other women to want to make that change as well. So whether you're super fit and you're already inspiring people, or you've got baby weight to lose, or you're pregnant right now, where you're at in your stage of the game is going to inspire other people to want to come along with you and to make that change with you. Right? I mean, for me, now this is me personally, but all of those huge Fitspo accounts of these really super fit ladies that offer, apps and offer workouts and meal plans that are pretty generic, I would never message that person and say, hey, would you mentor me? Would you help hold me accountable? They're not going to pay any attention to you. But you as a coach welcome people like that coming to you and saying, hey, I'm watching you. You're inspiring me. Can I do this with you? Right? And then number three is to actually help others, through your own experience. Now, you don't need to be an expert by any means. Beachbody has taken care of that for you. You are the cheerleader, the supporter. You're literally the coach. Now, when you walk or drive through by these, big parks and you see these amazing dads coaching their children in soccer or flag football, do they have degrees in coaching? Absolutely not. They are there to make sure that those kids are, have accountability, have support, are, patted on the back when they do really well. When they fall, the coach runs out there and picks them up and says, come on, you can do this. That is what we do. All of the expertise is there. We have all the tools to help people. We're just leading by examples, sharing that journey, and then helping other people see the same results. Now, I've been in the fitness industry for 20 years, and I've been a coach now going on almost 12 years. And I'm here to tell you, not being biased, I would not be involved with this company, would not have partnered with this company if I didn't believe, number one, in their morals, and number two, the products that they put out there to help people. I am, like I said, nutrition is my thing, and I would never put my face, my reputation behind anything that I didn't know was the best quality out there. And that starts with, our Beachbody On Demand. The Netflix of fitness, they call it, the Sweatflix, it's amazing. There's over 1,000 workouts in there, and you guys have to realize there's something for everyone. elderly, prenatal, postnatal, families, children, teenagers, elite athletes, people who have never worked out a day in their life, bar, yoga, dance, bodybuilding, strength training, HIIT, you name it, there's something for everybody. And it gives you this huge toolbox to be able to help people on an individual basis instead of just, which is why our fail rate is so high. People don't understand that just because they see somebody doing a workout, that that's the perfect one for them. That's what you're there as their coach, to help them decide what program is going to be best for them. And number one, and first and foremost, they have to enjoy it. They decide to start doing bodybuilding, but they really don't like it in their heart of hearts. They love mind body and they'd rather do yoga, right? We want them to enjoy what they do so they stick with it. Shakeology is our flagship product. And if I can give you a really quick comparison, number one, we are so undernourished but overfed. So bad. And even when we try to go on diets, what we do is we cut out food and we're still, we're not overfed, but we're still undernourished. And if you just get your body to getting the nutrition that it needs, believe it or not, it wants to be at a healthy weight. Shakeology fills that void because most people have to cut the calories they're used to bringing in to lose the extra body fat, which makes them cut out a ton of nutrition. Shakeology is only about 150 calories, and it has such dense whole food nutrition with pre and probiotics, digestive enzymes to make sure that all that nutrition gets assimilated, adaptogens, phytonutrients, all of those buzzwords that here you will, at the beginning of every year, they talk about these new superfoods that come out and they try to package a single superfood like the chaga mushroom or pomegranate or ashwagandha, all that stuff that you hear about. And you're like, oh, I better take that. It's all smooshed into Shakeology in one serving. I have it every morning for breakfast with my eggs. I really, really, truly enjoy it. And there's plant-based and there's whey-based, depending on who you are and what your goals are. But think about sunscreen. So now that I'm 45, I am paying for the many years as a teenager of living in tanning beds and greasing myself with a baby oil and laying out in the sun, and then living in Hawaii for 7 years, going to the beach every single day without sunscreen. So now I'm paying for it, and I'm paying a lot of money to try to undo all the skin damage and the many times that I've had precancerous cells removed off my skin. Now, if I would have put on sunscreen, a little bit of sunscreen every single day, I probably wouldn't have the problems that I have today. When you're out in the sun, it feels really good and you don't feel like you need sunscreen, right? But over time, that damage builds up and big problems occur. I truly feel Shakeology is like sunscreen. It's for our insides like sunscreen is for our skin. If you drink it every single day, you are putting inside your body the things that help fight disease and help fight free radicals so that that doesn't build up over time and you have disease that you have to deal with. Instead, you stay healthy on the inside so you look and feel your best on the outside. It's not a protein shake. It's not a weight loss shake. It is specifically taken to fill the voids in nutrition that we are 100% missing. Now, not only that, but we have a performance line. So for all those athletes out there who, would love to do a program, like one of Shaun T's program or a new program, The Work with Amwala, who's an NBA super trainer. Take these really difficult workouts and want to step up their game. They want to perform better, they want to recover faster, and they want to build muscle faster. That's our performance line. It was backed by Ironman. It's been used by several NFL teams. It's pretty incredible, and I would encourage you to go to YouTube and to put in Beachbody's performance line and see that there's nothing, just like with Shakeology, nothing artificial. The NSA approves it, so elite athletes can take it without having, it have any drug interaction if they get tested. It makes a difference. And who doesn't use a pre-workout anymore, or possibly a post-workout, or Hydrate, which is a healthy version of Gatorade. It's great for your kids, especially if they play those sports. Remember we were talking about Dad at the park with all the kids playing flag football, and here in Texas, it gets up in the 100+ degrees, and I see all these kiddos in this full football gear practicing for the fall season, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they need Hydrate. They don't need, you know, a chemical crap storm like Gatorade. They need something like that. So our products are something you'll be very proud to put your name behind, and they help people see results faster. Now, one of the ways that I've been able to be so successful at this, and what I will teach you as well, is how we help people. And I will go into that into more detail later, but just an overview. Challenge groups. Challenge groups I've run. I was in part of the test group for challenge groups 11 years ago, where we take Facebook groups and we create a safe environment for people to share, you know, their hesitations, maybe they fall off the wagon, maybe they need to be patted on the back because they had a milestone get hit. It's where we educate them and inform them, keep them entertained, create relationships in these groups so that they feel that really tight sense of accountability and support, and they actually create lifelong friendships in these groups. Because the most important thing to me is education. I think if people understand why they're doing what they do, guess what? They want to stick to it more. So if you understand the detrimental effects of sugar, especially on your skin and aging, when you're given that opportunity to just overindulge in candy or in sweets, you might actually hesitate because you're like, okay, it's that instant gratification, but I know what it's going to do to the way that I look and feel down the road. I'm just going to have a little bit instead of go to the wall, right? So education plays a really important role, and I think that's where anywhere is missing. And, you know, I can think of, and I'm not dogging on any specific company, but I can think of anything that's point system or food delivery or an app, or here's a workout, go do it. You're going to get fit. That people are missing is the education and the mindset. And that's something that we work on really, really hard in these challenge groups. So we do Facebook groups, or Beachbody also has the most amazing, it just gave me goosebumps, they keep improving it, app that allows you to connect with your challengers. You can video them, they can log their shake, they can log their water, their workouts. It's just an amazing tool that accompanies you being there for them. Now, really quick, I want to share with you, I guess, my why in this. So I was in the fitness industry. I was, one of those people that I was already in great shape, and it just speaks to my soul to help people feel confident in their own skin. And I was doing it on a small scale. And Miss Chalene Johnson, who was my mentor in the fitness industry, was the one who came to me and said, you really should consider becoming a coach, because it takes your little demographic in Frisco, Texas at the time of, helping just 100 or 2 people a week to helping thousands and thousands of people through social media. So at the time it was just the United States, but now it's the United States and Canada and the UK, and we're opening in France next year, and then Germany and Spain soon after, and then Australia and New Zealand. So we're blowing up. These other countries know our name very, very well. We're very well received and loved over there. So it's going to be a very big launch. Good time for you to become a coach. Have an international business. How cool does that sound? But it helped exponentially. And my heart is so full because I've been able to help people hundreds of times over than I was just in that gym. Plus, I know it is well written that in order to create wealth, you have to learn to duplicate yourself. There are not enough hours in the day for you to be able to help enough people. Impossible. Anybody that that has created tremendous wealth has done it because they've created a service or they've created a product that allows them to teach other people how to do it as well. And that's exactly what we do. My hope is to get you as healthy and fit as I can so that you can't help but want to help other people. So back to the story. My husband was in the car business, and he was gone 6, sometimes 7 days a week. And he really missed out on being a part of the family. He literally gave up his life so that we had a nice home, we had nice cars. When we lived in Hawaii, the kids went to private school. When we moved to Texas, the public school was great. So we went to public school, which was quite the shocker for them, as a matter of fact, going from barefoot and 12 students to, 80 students in one classroom, poor babies. But I was teaching group exercise. It's a labor of love. You don't make any money doing that. We all know that. But I really wanted to just help with the finances. And so when I became a coach, I thought, gosh, if I can just start helping with the bills a little bit, maybe he wouldn't have to work 6 to 7 days a week. And he could maybe at some point in time work part-time. I did not realize how much he hated his job until I got to the point that I was able to retire him, which I'll get to in a second. But man, he hated his job. It breaks my heart. He hid it so well from us. But I literally feel like I saved his life by getting him out of that very verbally abusive career. But so I just started working. I wanted to help people. I was doing a good job. People's lives were changing. They were sharing it. Referrals were coming in. My team was growing. And just at 3 years in, I got to the point that, first it was filling my own gas tank, and then I was able to buy the groceries myself with my income. And then I made my own car payment, and then I made the house payment. And I'm like, okay, because, I didn't do the bills. So I thought, if I'm making the house payment, he should be able to retire. We lived beyond our means. We had credit card debt. We had actually filed bankruptcy many, many years before, trying to recover our credit. So that didn't really work. He said, you're close, but not close enough. He says, I really need you to make this amount of money, and then I will consider retiring. So guess what I did? I put the blinders on, and I just really focused my work on what was important. I didn't scroll on social media. I didn't, screw off. My time was very intentional, and I was very focused, and I was able to retire him just about 3.5 years into this business. And keep in mind, he made a multi-6-figure income. He was hesitant. You guys have to understand, he was hesitant and really not that supportive in the beginning because he didn't understand this business. But I asked him if he trusted me, and he said he did. So at 3.5 years in, we retired him. We hit the millionaires mark is what Beachbody calls it. It's now called the Legacy Club. And he's been home ever since. He's made up so much time with his kids, so much time. They're best friends now. And he gets to be a kid again and live again. And him and I travel like there's no tomorrow. We're fools when it comes to traveling. I've worked very hard to make that happen. But without this, we would still be stuck in him working 6 to 7 days a week, coming home exhausted, angry, tired, and me lonely now because I'm an empty nester. But we've been able to, help my daughter open up her own coffee shop. My son, we helped him buy a home and a shop. We paid for him to go to UTI in cash so that he could become a mechanic. We we paid for a beautiful wedding for my son and my daughter. My daughter-in-law, and my son are all involved in this business now. They're set for life, and it has made such a difference. And not only that, but this community is amazing. I have met my best friends through this. And it didn't happen by accident. If you think about it, you put yourself out there. Here's who I am. Here's who I want to be surrounded with. And it's the law of attraction. And I have attracted, I just can't even begin to tell you. It would take me another half hour to share with you the amazing women in my life that have the same goals and drive and, loves as me. One of my first coaches, Amanda, came to me, newly divorced, bankrupt, foreclosed on, 2 small children, lost. And I presented to her coaching with me, and she actually had to say, I need a little bit of time to save up the money to get started, but I will get back to you. And I never thought she would, but she did. About 2.5, 3 weeks later, she says, I'm ready to go. And you guys now, she's and tear me up. She's hit the Millionaires Club. She's remarried. She's had 2 more kids. They built their 6,000 foot dream house, all because of Beachbody. She completely changed her life around because she had a strong why. This wasn't a plan B if it would work. She buckled down, made it work, and it has. And now she's one of my best friends. So you can be successful at this. This business does not play favorites at all. I don't care if you have 30 people on social media right now or you're a huge influencer. You both start from 0. And it just is you deciding to commit to being a product of the product. I'm here to tell you, I'm a product of the product. They work, they're fun, and you have every opportunity to be successful. I am huge in social media right now. I'm taking a course on how to grow, a new course that's like, it's not about hashtags anymore. It's not about, being featured on a page. I'm always learning so that I can share with you how to be successful at this, how to grow your following, how to help people, how to help yourself. So you will not lack in inspiration from me, because I'm still going full bore, inspiration from the team that you're surrounding yourself with, and inspiration to grow and to be the best version of you. And that's going to happen by you just trusting me. This business is so rewarding. You have to remember, it starts off with you just making yourself the best version of you. And so that's rewarding in and of itself. And then you get to pay it forward and help other people and get those messages from women that you've changed their life. You've saved their marriage. You've helped them with their health. And they've been able to take what they've learned and what they do and, help their parents. It's mind-blowing. And that could be you. So I'm hoping that this resonated with you and you're ready and excited to just kind of go through this and gain all the information that you can. And then we will chat and we will get you started. And the last thing I want to start with is, you may feel you've got a long way to go, or you may feel you're above this, or you may think, I could never be the person that does this. But I'm here to tell you, if you don't feel worthy of being able to get yourself in your best shape and then help other people, we do things, we really work. I help you with personal development. It's been life-saving for me. My whole bookshelf over there, to become the person that you need to be incredibly successful at owning your own business in the health and fitness and life coaching world. And if you by chance feel slightly above this, humble yourself. I am quite known in the fitness industry. I'm in over 60 fitness videos. I've got degrees in nutrition. I've got certifications. But this has been by far the most life-changing way for me to take my expertise and share it with the world. And I really think it would work for you as well. So go take a look at everything else. Let me know what you think. And I am just super excited to be able to work with you in 2020, where we are going to change thousands and thousands of lives together. You ready?